Hello, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever part of the day it may be for you when you're doing your practice. Hope your week has gone well and finding some time to be kind to yourself and re-energize. We'll sit comfortably and finding our sits bones, stacking our shoulders on our spine, moving our shoulder blades down and back, finding a soft gaze or closing your eyes. Hands resting gently on your thighs or your knees. Finding your breath. An inhalation, noticing the coolness of the air in through your nostrils. An exhalation through the mouth. And as you're inhaling through the nostrils, if you do close your eyes, focus on the top, back of your nostrils and that mind's eye. And just notice with that coolness of the breath, you may even notice a color burst and the exhalation through the mouth. Inhaling through the nostrils, noticing your mind's eye. And exhalation through the mouth. Inhalation through the nostrils, noticing the mind's eye. And exhalation. And do a couple breaths on your own. Inhaling through the nostrils, noticing the attention being brought to the mind's eye. And exhalation. And whichever way your legs were folded, fold them the other way, taking your arms up overhead, dropping the right arm down to your hip, the side of your, and stretch over to the right. Taking that gaze to the left, finding a couple breaths here. Taking the right arm up overhead, the left arm down, taking a nice side stretch over to the left. Couple inhalations. And And taking that gaze to the right. Both arms down. Let's clasp our hands behind us, pushing through the shoulder blades, pushing back, releasing, and pushing back, releasing. One more time, let's push back and take your ear over to your right shoulder, your right ear to your right shoulder, back to neutral, and left ear to left shoulder. Nice stretch and release. Let's put our fingers together, clasp, turn your palms out, and let's fold forward, bringing that up. Nice forward fold, a little bit of stretch through your shoulders, and coming back up. And releasing, taking our arms into the side and out straight. Pulling your shoulder blades together behind you and out straight. We'll do a couple rotations here. Palms facing up and rotating them. Palms facing out. Moving your arms away. Bringing your elbows in and your shoulder blades back. Let's bring them out again. Rotating your palms down and to the side. Rotating them up and down to the side. Opening your arms, bringing your elbows in and squeezing those shoulder blades in the back. And let's just move them forward and back, forward and back. This feels really good on my shoulders. Doesn't have to be fast, more deliberate. Okay. Well, let's take them overhead. Let's reach the left and reach with the right. And with our breath, inhale up, exhale. Maybe try inhale up, exhale down. So really stretching. Nice. With our legs extended out straight. Let's do some push-ups to the right and the left and the right. Back and forth. With your breath. Okay. And having your arms by your side, your hands down by your side, supporting. Let's lift the right leg up, flexing that foot and pointing, and flexing and pointing. Notice your spine. We'll bring that down. Notice your spine. Don't want a real round back. Try and stay elongated, lifting up the other leg, point and flex, and point and flex, and place that down. Nice. Let's rotate our ankles, going counterclockwise and clockwise. Nice. Bring that right leg in. We're going to take it out to the side, hugging that right arm around that right knee, taking our gaze over to the left, noticing our spine, holding that, wrapping our left arm around our right leg and twisting, using our right arm as a kickstand, taking our gaze over the right shoulder and the left shoulder. As we come around to the left side, taking that right leg over the left knee, planting the left arm down, going up, stretching up to the sky. No clenching of the jaw. Coming down, taking that right leg, extending it, taking and opening the left leg, wrapping that left arm around the left leg, taking our gaze and our arm over to the right. Noticing our posture. Hugging that right arm around, extending the left arm back as a kickstand. Nice twist over to the left, taking your gaze over that left shoulder and the right shoulder, and left and right. And one more time, this time bringing the left leg over the right knee as we turn to the left, extending the right arm down, supporting us, taking the left arm up in the air. No clenching, make sure you're breathing, coming down, extending that foot, both legs together, taking our arms up overhead, forward fold, exhalation, inhalation, coming out of the stretch, and with each exhalation, see if you could fold a little bit more into that forward fold. You can take a strap and put it around your feet as well and stretch into that. Nice forward fold. Coming out, extending our legs out to the side, one to each side. Taking our peace fingers, going over to the right, grabbing that big toe. Again, you could be using your strap around the ball of your foot, folding in to that side, taking the left arm up towards the sky. Nice fold. into your right side, really feeling that stretch in through the left. Coming up, taking your peace fingers or your strap over to the left side, folding into the left side, really opening up that stretch in the right side, taking the arm up overhead. Coming out of that, walking our hands forward, maybe coming down to your elbows. If you'd like to go further, please do. Notice the extension on your back. You're not rolling in, but extending, and walking back up. This time when we go over to the right, we're actually going to turn our torso and fold into that right side with your strap or your hands, walking down the leg towards the foot. With each breath, folding a little bit deeper and walking back out of that. Coming up to neutral, taking your twist over to the left, turning your torso, folding into that left side, taking your strap, putting it around your foot, walking your hands down the shin to the ankle and possibly even to the foot. You may notice that one side is tighter or looser than the other. It seems like my left side today is not as flexible as the right. And we'll come out of that, bringing our heels together, feet and heels together in cobbler, and finding a nice elongated spine. Maybe moving a little bit, just noticing, flapping our knees gently, just noticing. Coming up on our feet, let's do a little balancing, lots of snap, crackles, and pops here. Placing our feet on the ground, hip distance apart, knees holding open, and hands together. A couple cleansing breaths. Bringing our hands behind us to the mat, our bum down, and coming up into boat pose. You can hold the back of your thighs. You have your arms extended. If you'd like to straighten your legs, you can also straighten your legs. Let's put them down. Take a couple cleansing breaths. We'll do boat pose again. Coming up into boat pose. Holding that, holding it. And we'll bring our feet down. This time when we go into boat pose, we'll bring our hands into prayer. And we'll hold it just a tad longer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Coming out. And let's go ahead and roll down to our backs. Extending our arms, stretching our feet away from our arms and relax. And stretching them away and relax. And away and relax. Grabbing our elbows or our forearms with opposite hands, and let's move our arms right and left. And as we move our arms right and left, let's begin by bringing our knees up about hip distance apart and dropping them in the opposite direction. So our knees go to the left, our arms go to the right. And back and forth. Let's do that 5 more times. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming to neutral, bringing your arms out to a T, taking your left leg down, bringing your left leg up and down. Up and down. We'll do it 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring that knee up towards the sky. Right leg up and down. Up and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's cross that right ankle over the left knee and move that knee forward and back. Just kind of rocking it. If you want your hand to help a little bit, maybe try that too. Rocking back and forth. And once you've done that a couple more times, let's go ahead and clasp our hands behind that thigh and pull it in for a nice figure 4 stretch. Breathe into it. Let's release, bringing that right foot back to the floor, taking your left ankle over the knee, pushing that thigh and that knee back and forth, just kind of opening it up a little bit, finding a little bit more room. let's do a figure 4 on this side, taking our hands and clasping it behind our thigh, flexing those feet, pulling them in close. Nice. This is the equivalent of doing a pigeon as well, which I will do that as well a little bit later in the flow. Taking our feet down, extending our legs. Let's move over onto our belly. Taking our legs hip distance or mat distance apart, making a pillow for your arms, and let's lift up that right leg. Lift it up, and we're going to hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Replace it back to the mat, and the left leg. Let's lift it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Replace that down. And let's lift them both up. Both lifted up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And replace. Now we're going to do the arms. So taking your right arm out, let's lift it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place it down. Use it as a pillow if you'd like. And lifting up the left arm. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, taking our fingertips out to the corners of our mat as if we're a crab. Let's lift up, taking our chest off the mat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently roll back down. And let's lift up again as if we're a crab. Taking our gaze out about 2 to 3 feet in front of our mat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Coming down, we're going to push up into table. So coming to table for some cat and cow. Loosening up our spine. Cat and cow. Toes can be tucked. And we're going to take our left leg back straight, and we're going to bring it into our left elbow. Back straight and left elbow. And we'll do this 2 more times. 1, 2. Very nice. Holding that leg up, crossing it over the right foot, taking your gaze back to those toes. So nice. You can see your toes. Great. Replacing that knee down and taking the right leg up and bringing it to the elbow. Right knee to right elbow. We'll do it 2 more times. 1, 2. Taking that right leg across, placing those toes on the ground, taking your gaze over to those toes. Nice. Coming back to your tabletop, and we're going to push up into our first downward dog of the day. Walk our feet out. Walk the dog. Notice. Very nice. Coming down. Let's go up onto our knees. And if you have your blocks handy, well, you can use your blocks, you can use your feet, or you can put your hands in the small of your back on your hips. Take your gaze up towards the sky, and then we'll fold into child's pose. Extending your knees, separating them, toes together. Pushing up into downward dog. Taking the right leg back and up. Bending it, we're going to go into our pigeon, bringing that knee up by the hands, sliding into the pigeon. You can stay here. You can put something under your right hip, a pillow. If you're comfortable with pigeon, go into your forearms. Even place your hands down, your head on your hands, wherever you are comfortable today. I'm going to just stay here for a couple breaths. Let's do 3 deep ones. Taking that energy of the breath. One more. If you'd like to come out of that, you could take your left leg around, coming back up onto your knees. Be very gentle. We'll all meet in downward dog, pushing up into downward dog. Taking the left leg back, bringing it through towards the hands, folding that knee down, and we'll do the pigeon on this side. Again, if you need a pillow for your hip, do that. You can stay here, go down on your elbows, or place your head down. And again, we'll do this for 3 breaths, wherever you feel comfortable. Letting the energy move through the body. If you're up like this, notice your shoulders away from your ears. And taking your left leg around. This time we're going to take that left leg all the way around your right knee, and we're going to stack those. So we're stacking our legs. If this is as far as you might be able to go, that's fine too. Hugging your left arm around that right knee and taking your gaze over to the right. Nice stretch. Or you might be stacking them, and you can stack them as well. Take a couple cleansing breaths. We'll fold out of that, putting whatever leg was on the top, on the bottom this time. And the knee could be up in the air, so now I have my left knee on top of my right. I can twist into that. If this is where you are today, that's great. If you would like to stack them a little bit more and go into the twist, you can do that as well. So be okay with where you are today. Let's take those apart. Let's go into cobbler and just sit up, elongating our spine. Nice. Very nice. Putting our legs together. Stand up, and we'll come into mountain. Feet hip distance apart. Finding our mountain. Strong. Stacking our toes and our heels and our legs. Let's lift up the right leg, put it down. Find some balance in that left leg. So let's just lift and lower. Lift and lower. And the next time you lift that you feel comfortable, hold that leg up. Hold that right leg up with the right arm. And taking that left arm overhead. And see if you can find a focal point and balance. See, you just breathe in to that. Let's take it down. And let's lift and lower that left leg. Lift and lower, find some strength in the right leg. And this time, hold that left leg up with the left arm. Maybe see if you could take your right arm overhead for some focus, balance. Might notice one leg allows greater concentration. And we'll bring that down. Let's shake out those legs. Shake them out a little bit. Whew. And let's rock forward and backward. Forward, up, and back into a little ball. Up, and into a little ball. And up. Bring your arms down to heart center. Do a couple forward folds for energy. Bring arms up, forward fold, halfway up, forward fold, bend at the knees, come up, arms overhead, and exhale to heart center. Inhale, forward fold, exhale, halfway up, forward fold, bending at the knees, bringing the arms up. Let's stay in a seated position. Arms up overhead. Notice your alignment. Straightening the legs. Hands to heart center. Arms up overhead. Inhalation. Forward fold. Halfway up. Forward fold. Bending the legs. Slowly coming up. Hands to the side. Okay. Taking your arms behind you as we did at the beginning of the practice. Pushing through those shoulder blades. Bringing the shoulder blades behind you together. And release. Bringing them together. Extending your heart open to the sky. Really moving those shoulders away from your ears and release. And this time we'll clasp those hands, pushing through, and then gently folding forward, bending the knees a little bit. Do not hyperextend. Opening with a forward fold and pushing through those hands. Slowly coming up, releasing your arms and your hands, taking arms overhead, hands to prayer, and then to heart center. Let's clasp those fingers again, pushing the palms toward the ground, bending forward, taking those palms towards the sky, a little bit of flex in the knees, releasing the hands, forward fold, halfway up, forward fold, ragdoll. Take those arms out, shake the hips out a little bit, forward fold, releasing those arms, bending the legs, coming up, hands overhead to prayer and heart center. Finding our seat, laying down on the mat, extending arms overhead, legs down the mat, taking the legs over to the right. Nice C or banana, taking the arms over to the right. So we're in a banana shape or a C shape. Back to neutral. Taking them over to the left. Taking the arms over to the left. Breathing into the side and to neutral. Bringing the knees up towards the sky. Arms on the side, pushing up into bridge. Pushing through the heels and gently lowering down one vertebrae at a time. We'll do that a couple times with variations, bringing the legs up. So pushing up, bringing the right leg up, placing the right leg back on the ground, left leg up, left leg back on the ground, slowly roll down. One more time, we'll push up. Left leg up in the sky, really pushing through, bringing the left leg down. Right leg up in the sky, really pushing through, bringing that right leg down and gently rolling vertebrae down. Bringing the knees into the chest, rocking back and forth. Extending the feet up towards the sky, and we'll pat the back of our legs. We'll do the right leg, the left leg, both legs. Extend them into a V, open and close, into a V, and close, and one more time, into a V. Close them, and let's bring the right leg out, and up, and the right leg over to the side, and up, and one more time. And then let's do the left leg. Up, and the left leg, and up. One more time, left leg, and up. Let's hug those knees in, rock left and right. We'll go into happy baby. I usually take my peace fingers, my happy baby, rocking from side to side. If it's in your practice to extend one of the legs straight, certainly do so with your happy baby as you rock from side to side. Nice. Okay. Taking your feet together, opening up your knees, resting, doing a scan of your body, scanning, using your arms or your hands to move your thighs together, extending your legs down, maybe shaking them out a little bit, getting ready for Shavasana. Clenching your fists, maybe pointing your toes really hard, clenching all the muscles in your arms and your legs, and releasing. And just falling into Shavasana, letting the energy flow where it needs to go. After your workout, something comes to mind, push it away as if you're watching a movie and you move on to a different frame. And just breathe. And with your next inhalation, start to add a little bit of movement to your fingers and your toes. As if you're waking up for the day, stretching arms overhead, maybe yawning, rolling over to one side, slowly taking a couple intentional breaths, sitting up, taking your arms up overhead, embracing all the goodness in the world, bringing it down into heart center. The light that shines within me honors the light that shines in each and every one of you. Namaste. Thank you for being here with me today. I hope you enjoyed the practice. I hope you have a wonderful week. Thank you again.